Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to my first video in quite a while. You're probably wondering what's up with the suit, and the reason for that is because this video is to announce that today I am entering the race to become the 46th President of the United States of America. Or at least I would, but I'm Canadian, so I don't think that's allowed. But the reason we are wearing the suit is because MichaelBtheGameGenie has actually brought back a series from way back when I first started on YouTube. And I figured, we would celebrate. No, okay, so actually the real reason is that I just got back from a job interview like 10 minutes ago, and the plan was that if it didn't go well, I would just cry in the corner for like the next couple weeks. But if it did go well, I would come down here and film this video. So hey, here we are. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and it's like super top secret what it was, so let's not get like a million comments about that. But yeah, if it goes well, you may hear about what's going on a couple months from now when we find out what's happening. But in the meantime, we have some videos to make, and today, as mentioned, MichaelBtheGameGenie, who's a really awesome YouTuber who makes some really awesome game-related videos, is kind of carrying on the torch, passed by EdT1138, who's another awesome YouTube video game guy. And he used to have a series called Top 3 Tuesday, which was something that I and so many other YouTubers, such as MichaelBtheGameGenie, did back in like 2012, where EdT1138 would ask a question, video game related, about your top 3 things. And then people would make video responses. Who remembers those when you actually were able to make video responses? That answered that question. And now MichaelBtheGameGenie, as said, is kind of carrying the torch on. And yeah, it's been years since there's been one of these things, but I definitely had to partake in kind of the first one back that MichaelBtheGameGenie asked. And his question is, what are the top 3 games that I guess are considered bad, but you like them anyway? And I have 3 games here which totally fit the bill. And we're going to try not to make this like a 7-hour video like some of my other Top 3 Tuesdays were back in the day. So let's get right to it. Number 1 we're going to look at is Link and the Faces of Evil for the Philips CDI. I should mention that you're probably not going to see, very conventional games in this video. MichaelBtheGameGenie's already covered, like, NES, LJN games. And he also mentioned how the Angry Video Game Nerd, he talks about how some games are bad, but it's mostly an act, really. Like, I could talk about how one of my all-time favorite games is Ninja Turtles for the NES, which I totally don't think is that bad of a game. It has flaws, for sure. But, like, I mean, it's not as bad as I think Angry Video Game Nerd has made some people think it is these days. So, I mean, we could talk about stuff like that. But I kind of went for the more oddball stuff. Link the Faces of Evil plays, is like a side-scrolling. It plays, left to right, kind of like Zelda 2 on the NES. And I really like that. I mean, people, it's different, so it's bad. Well, I mean, in Zelda 2's case, I don't think that's true. Link the Faces of Evil has a lot of problems, and it's kind of weird. And, I mean, I think most people are just done with the game after the opening cutscene. Who remembers when YouTube poop was a thing? And that was all that anybody knew, was that opening cutscene from Link the Faces of Evil. Truth be told, though, it's not the worst game once you get past that. The soundtrack is actually pretty darn good at times. I mean, as weird as the CDI is, it has some pretty good music in some of its games, I have to admit. And the gameplay, not as solid as it was in Zelda 2 on the NES, but totally not bad. I mean, there's problems, of course, and there's a lot of cheap deaths. One of the biggest problems is that all of the CDI controllers suck. I hate them all. If I could play this with like an NES controller, I think it would be 10 times better, but it's not that bad of a game. I mean, most people have probably only seen the cutscenes and never actually played the game, so that's one to look into. I mean, again, if you didn't like Zelda 2, you're probably not going to like it, so I mean, that's also something to factor into that. But hey, not the worst game I've ever played, but some people would probably consider it one of the worst, even though you've never played it, so don't judge it until you've tried it. Next up, I mean, it's not technically a video game, I guess, but I always gotta bring up RuneScape. I feel like I have to defend it. Well, I mean, I don't feel like. I mean, people can bash it if they wish. But I grew up with it, created my first account in 2004, and even to this day, I still sometimes log back in just for fun. I mean, it's not considered bad, but like, if you bring up RuneScape, people are always going to say, oh no, League of Legends is better, World of Warcraft is better. No one ever, stands up for RuneScape. But I loved it. I mean, I still love it. Of course, it's changed. Then you even get into the whole debate of RuneScape 3 versus old school RuneScape, which is like internal fighting there. But I guess to really be specific, I'm defending RuneScape 3 today. Where old school RuneScape is fantastic, because as I said, I even started back in 2004. But I mean, I just done so much in my RuneScape account over the years. I mean, just kind of chipped away at it. I haven't obviously played for like 13 years straight. But there was a time I had, like, all the quests completed. There was, like, over 200 of them at the time. Now they've slowly added more. I have multiple 99s. Like, and just the time that I spent with friends will always be so special to me with RuneScape. And I also love this book, printed back in, around that time, like 2005, 6-ish. that goes over how everything used to be back then. RuneScape is such a fantastic game, and I think that, you know, people will either, you know, brush it off, or they'll try it and they won't like it, which is totally fair. But the fact that it does have the old school servers up, so that you can play it like it was back in around 2007-ish if you want, or if, you know, you had an account from back then and you want to, you know, pick up where you left off, you can play RuneScape 3 now, which is, you know, the updated graphics, tons of new features version. And there's even like a legacy mode, which I have to admit I totally use, just because I loved how the combat worked back in 2004. Simple, but I still find it fun. So, I mean, I have to defend RuneScape. It's not a bad game. It's just a lot of people think that there's better things out there, which is totally fine if you feel that way, but it will always be one of my favorites. And something that, you know, I always go back to after time. Are we still filming here? I think we're still filming. Good, because that brings us to our last one, which isn't really a surprise if you saw a video that I uploaded a few months ago. Ironically, in that video I was wearing a blue helmet that I said I was totally going to steal from my workplace, which, I mean, it was obviously a joke at the time. If I had stolen that, they probably wouldn't have written me a reference letter for the job I just applied for today. So good thinking, Andrew. Good thing we didn't steal the helmet. But that game is totally Mighty Number 9. Now, I mean, I have a whole video about why I think Mighty Number 9 is not the worst game ever, despite the fact that it definitely has some flaws. Maybe I'll just link to that so I don't spend 20 minutes going over all that stuff again. Despite the fact that I don't have a PS4, I do actually have the special edition. It wasn't pre-ordered though. I was originally a backer, so I actually got the DLC code for PS3. But GameStop was selling it off, you know, fairly cheap once I guess they realized nobody cared about Mighty Number 9. So I actually grabbed it then. It's a cool special edition to have. But yeah, I have a video about that. I mean, I love Mega Man. Back in November, I actually replayed Mega Man Network Transmission to 100% completion, and it is a fantastic game. I love this game. But then, I mean, there's so many people out there who probably think this is, you know, one of the dumbest Mega Man games ever made. So I mean, it's funny how much it actually reminded me of Mighty Number 9. I thought it was really cool that I played this in the summer, and then in November I went back and replayed this, and I'm like, oh man, there's so many kind of similarities you can feel there. You know, the whole 3D side-scrolling platforming with some, you know, it feels similar at times. So I really like that. I thought that was really cool. So Mighty Number 9, I mean, it has some glitches and the lagging, and it's flawed, and who knows if we'll ever see a sequel. I really still hope we do, but we probably won't because it bombed pretty bad. That cliffhanger ending though, but yeah, that's number 1. Try it out. If it ever goes on sale for like, you know, $10, I'd say it's worth $10. Most people probably wouldn't, but I would. And there's also still the case of backers not getting the rewards. I ordered the NES-styled collector's box and still haven't seen any sign of that. So $60 totally just thrown away. Hopefully we see that someday. Although I'm not even getting my hopes up at this point. But those are my 3 games that, I mean, some people may consider them bad. Link Faces of Evil, just because it's on the CDI, it kind of gets an officially, you know, an instant bad for most people. RuneScape, kind of, you know, people consider it the bottom of the barrel when it comes to online RPGs, but I still, you know, love it. I mean, part of that's definitely the nostalgia, but I think it has some redeeming merits too. I mean, there's so many good quests. There's actually some good story there if you become a member and, you know, kind of dive into it. There's some fun stuff to be done. And then Mighty Number 9, I'm a big Mega Man fan, and I thought it was a worthy successor with flaws, but not the worst game I've ever played. So with that said, thanks for watching this. Hope you've enjoyed. Yes, I mean, you can kind of see what I've been up to lately, in terms of everything. I guess videos, you know, between my final year of university and, you know, having an interview for a job before I'm even done university, it's like, you know, kind of like, whoa, you know, things are suddenly going really fast in my final year of stuff here, and who knows where we'll be a year from now, but hopefully it's somewhere good. But thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed. Again, of course, you know, check out MichaelBtheGameGenie's original video and all the other video responses and make your own if you wish. And also, of course, feel free to post down in the comments too what 3 games you like that are generally, you know, considered bad by others. But yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Hopefully sometime in the near future, but who knows, for something different. So thanks, and see you later.